You'll freeze without me, get in my bed, human. Mara Vance jabbed the emergency beacon's toggle switch with a numb finger. The device beeped once, shrill against the howling wind, then blinked its red confirmation light. Her heater pack lay dead in the snow beside her, its indicator frozen at 0. She crouched behind a jagged ice ridge, expedition suit zipped tight, but the cold clawed through anyway. Frost rimed her visor. The storm front loomed, a wall of white blotting the sky. No time for checklists now, survival first. A shadow loomed through the blizzard. Mara squinted. Not human. Tall, furred silhouette. Moving fast against the gale, the figure dropped beside her, 6 limbs unfolding like a spider's, but broader, stronger, blue-gray fur matted with snow. Glowing amber eyes locked on Mara. Human. Beacon heard. Come. Mara recoiled. Local guide? Her team's briefing mentioned them Cathari, Cold World natives. This one gripped her arm. Claws retracted but firm. Storm Seals Ridge. Move. She yanked free. Wait. Repair first. Her voice crackled through the suit's comm. Frozen fingers tugged at the heater pack's panel. Wires gleamed. Brittle. The alien woman, no, definitely female, from the curved torso and scent glands puffing warm musk, snatched the pack away. No time. Cave. Now. Mara stumbled as the Cathari hauled her upright. Strength surprised her. The alien slung Mara's arm over her shoulder and dragged her forward. Snow swallowed their tracks in seconds. They plunged into a low ice arch. The wind dropped to a muffled roar. The Cathari kicked packed snow into a wall, sealing the entrance with efficient swings of her lower arms. Dim biolum strips on her fur flickered to life, casting blue glow over a cramped snow cave. Mara slid down the wall, breath fogging. Sivra Keth. The alien shook snow from her fur, upper arms unpacked, a bedroll from her harness, thick pelts layered with heat-reflective foil. Lower arms smoothed a hollow in the snow. Bed ready. In. Bed. Ready. Mara eyed the bedroll. Wide enough for 2. Sealed with magnetic clasps. Heater first. She clawed at her pack again. Fingers too stiff to pinch the latch. Sivra blocked her. Human suits fail cold. Cathari way better. She loomed, fur steaming faintly in the chill. Share heat. Bedroll seals body warmth. Non-negotiable. Mara's stomach twisted. Share? Intimate for strangers. But logic kicked in. Conduction beats convection in confined space. Still, alien biology, unknown. Alone. I'll manage. Sivra's ears flattened. Manage. Die. She grabbed Mara's shoulders, propelled her toward the bedroll. Mara twisted. Boots, skidding. No. Mara shoved back. Sivra outweighed her, but Mara hooked a leg, toppled them both. They hit the pelts in a tangle. Mara's suit hissed as seals flexed. Sivra pinned her wrists with 2 arms. The other 4 worked fast, unzipped Mara's outer layer, tugged Boots free. Warmth from Sivra's fur pressed close, like heated blankets. Stubborn, soft skin. Freeze without me. Get in my bed. The words hung, command laced with growl. Mara froze. Bed? Cathari, directness, procedure, or threat. Her core temp dipped. Teeth chattered. Sivra's eyes softened a fraction. Musk scent thickening. Mara weighed options. Repair tools iced shut. Storm trapped them hours, maybe days. Hypothermia checklist. Share heat, or blackout. Fine. But explain. Sivra released her, snapped the bedroll shut around them both. Darkness enveloped. Save for fur glow. Pelts molded tight, trapping air. Sivra's body curled spoon-like behind Mara. 4 arms draping possessive. Heat bloomed. Sivra's core radiated like a furnace. Fur insulating. Explain? Sivra rumbled, breath hot on Mara's neck. Cathari bond warm. Females protect. Males court. Survival, same. Mara tensid. Bond? Her skin prickled where fur brushed exposed arms. Too close. Bond? Like marriage? Sivra chuckled, vibration thrumming through them. Deeper. Trust touch. You cold, I warm. Simple. Mara shifted, testing space. None. Sivra's lower arms kneaded her calves. Claws retracted to nubs. Massaging circulation back. Practical. Medical. Yet the musk pheromone? Briefings, said Cathari, sense signaled intent. Affection or duty? Stop squirm. Sivra's upper arm locked around Mara's waist, pulling flush. Body red tension. Mara's pulse raced. Human norms screamed boundaries. But cold gnawed edges of warmth. She forced breaths even. Your fur. Generates heat? Cells burn fat efficient. Yours not. Sivra's tail thick, tufted coiled over Mara's legs, adding weight. Human tough. Endure storms we flee. But cold cheats all. HFY flickered Mara's team mapped this ridge unaided. Beacons piercing blizzards Cathari avoided. Competence shone in crises. Sivra's grip tightened, protective. Hours blurred. Mara dozed, lulled by rhythm of Sivra's breaths, woke to probing fingers. Sivra traced Mara's jaw, checking color. Better pink. No blue. Intimate check. Mara caught the hand. I fix own gear. Aw. Sivra tilted head, glow eyes curious. Fix later. Now live. Her thumb stroked Mara's palm, rough pad, calloused from ice tools. Care. Not conquest. Mara swallowed. Checklist mind logged. Alien reads resistance as injury risk. Trust via action. Okay. Teach cave build? Sivra hummed approval. Lower arms unpacked rations. Dense, meat bars. Her share pushed to Mara. Eat. Strength. They chewed in silence. Storm rattled ice. Mara leaned back. Testing. Sivra's chest rose steady. Heartbeats slow thunder. Night deepened. Mara shivered residual chill. Sivra noticed. Shifted. Her muzzle nuzzled Mara's hair. Tongue flicking. Salt sweat. Grooming. Cultural. Procedure? Mara whispered. Sivra paused. Procedure save. Groom say safe. Voice dropped. Want more? Mara's breath hitched. Biology clashed human flush of arousal versus Cathari frankness. Sivra's scent spiked. Sweet spice invitation. Courtship. Blur. Ah. No. Survival only. Mara gripped Sivra's arm. Firm muscle. Under fur. Strength earned respect. Sivra nodded, ears perking. Survival first. Trust build. She settled. Arms cradling without demand. Dawn glow filtered ice. Mara stirred first. Core temp stable. She wriggled fingers mobile. Sivra slept deep. Protective curl unchanged. Mara eyed the heater pack, half buried in snow corner. Tools viable now. But she paused. Sivra's warmth lingered. Trust a quiet anchor. Storm eased. Sivra woke, stretched 6 limbs. Ridge clear? Sivra. Sivra woke. Ridge clear? Mara checked beacon signal strong. Rescue, inbound. But, thanks. Sivra sealed the bedroll flap, amber eyes intent. Thanks touch. Her claws grazed Mara's hand, light promise. Cathari remember. Human fire inside cold. Mara stood, suit rezipped. Practical step. Accept. Help. But deeper care translated. She squeezed back. Mutual. They breached the cave. Wind whispered retreat. Mara glanced back, bedroll steaming faintly. Sivra's shadow at her side. Not behind. Rescue drone hummed distant. Mara walked taller. Survival checklist complete. Trust? Just beginning. Sivra leaned close. Next, storm? My lead? Mara smirked. Deal. You're better bust. Laughter echoed, human and alien entwined in frost-kissed air. But ridge shadows hid deeper tracks. Sivra's tail tip flicked deliberate, scent trailing claim. Mara shivered. Not from cold. What blurred next? Mara's teeth chattered as Sivra's claws hooked her jacket zipper. Ice cracked free. The alien yanked the sodden fabric open. Stop! Mara shoved at the six-limbed arms. Fur brushed her skin warm. Too warm. Boundaries. Human protocol. Remove wet layers. Insulate. No direct contact. Sivra ignored her. Claws sliced the jacket seams. Frozen cloth peeled away like dead skin. Mara gasped. Cold stabbed deeper. The alien bundled the jacket and pants, shook off snow. She slung them over a glowing stone slab. Steam hissed up immediately. Heat vents pulsed from cave walls. Cathari tech. Mara curled fetal on the bedroll. Shivers racked her. Core temp dropping. She recited aloud. Hypothermia stage 2. Violent shivering. Conserve energy. Distance from source prevents paradoxical undressing. Sivra crouched low. Amber eyes locked on Mara's. Ears flicked. Human cold. Cathari share. Her tail curled around Mara's boot. No sharing. Mara pushed upright. Legs buckled. She grabbed the cave wall. Rough ice bit palms. Rules. 1 meter space. Heater pack there. She pointed. Use that. Sivra's muzzle wrinkled a smile. She snatched Mara's wrist. Pulled her down. 4 arms pinned Mara's shoulders and hips. 2 more wrapped her torso. Mara thrashed. Let go! Muscles burned from cold. Useless. Sivra's grip locked like a vice. Fur pressed chest to chest. Heat bloomed instant. Heat share grip. Sivra's voice rumbled through fur. Chest plates vibrated glands. Cathari way. Pulse warmth. Blood to blood. Mara's skin prickled. Too close. Alien scent filled her nose. Musk and spice. Not unpleasant. Biology clashed. Human norms screamed violation. Survival checklists didn't cover this. She twisted. Sivra's claws dimpled her arms, gentle pressure. Not breaking skin. Mara timed her shivers. Peak every 90 seconds. Forced breaths even. In for 4. Out for 6. Conserve oxygen. Heat. Release me. Mara glared up. Sivra's face inches away. Whiskers quivered. I need translation device. Your pack. Words lost. Sivra shook head. Ears flattened. Fight waste heat. Stop. Then talk. Mara bucked once more. Exhaustion hit. Shiver cycle crested. She rode it out. Muscles clenched. Sivra hummed low. Vibration seeped in, sinking pulses. Mara's core thawed fraction by fraction. Minutes ticked. Mara counted heartbeats. Hers raced at 110. Sivra's thrummed steady. 60. Alien efficiency. Human stubbornness. Why this? Mara rasped. Less fight now. Heat pooled in her belly. Not medical. Sivra's tail tip stroked Mara's calf. Light. Cathari bond heat. Survival. Mate or clan. Same. One claw traced her collarbone. You clan now. Mara stiffened. Courtship? No. Procedure. Checklist item. Accept local aid. She exhaled slow. Clan temporary. Rescue beacon active. 20 hours max. Sivra's eyes gleamed. 20 hours. Trust. Build. She shifted. Mid-arms cradled Mara's head. Lower ones locked legs. Seamless hold. Mara tested edges. No give. But pain faded. Shivers dulled to tremors. She analyzed. Dual-layer insulation from fur. Conductive oils? Glands pulsed rhythmically. Like a living heater. Human skin thin, Sivra murmured. Nose nudged Mara's temple. Sniff. No fat rim. No fur. Fragile fire. Not fragile. Mara gripped Sivra's bicep. Corded muscle under pelt. Expedition tech. Fixed probes in vacuum. Survived hull breach. Competent. Tools first. Sivra chuckled. Chest rumble deepened heat flow. Tools cold. Me. Warm. She flexed claws. Retracted smooth. Cathari hunt iceworms. Share kill heat. You hunt? Mara blinked. Cultural gap. Hunt data. Probes. Signals. Shiver hit. She clamped jaw. Timed it. 80 seconds now. Progress. Sivra nodded. Data hunter. Strong mind. Praise? Alien tilted head. Shiver less. Good. Mara's cheeks warmed flush, or heat. She scanned cave. Heater pack hummed faint. Her gear pile. Beacon blinked green. Battery 80%. Sivra's pack slumped nearby. 10 or 5. Translation orb glinted inside. Device. Now. Mara tugged Sivra's arm. Clear words. No guess. Sivra's grip tightened. Warning. Stop fight. Full hold. She demonstrated. Mid-limbs stroked Mara's back in circles. Heat glands activated, scent intensified. Mara inhaled sharp. Biology surged. Human response unbidden. Nipples tightened. Damn proximity. She forced checklist. Arousal. Normal under stress. Ignore. Fine. Mara stilled. Arms draped Sivra's shoulders. Hold. Sivra relaxed fraction. Claws sheathed fully. Device later. Trust first. Tail coiled Mara's ankle. Secure. Storm rage. 2-day. Ridge block. Mara, calculated. Beacon range 5 clicks. Storm dampened signal. Sivra's upper arm freed. Pulled nutrient bar from vest. Snapped half. Offered. Cathari bar. Heat you. Mara took it. Chewy. Spicy. Warmed throat. Calories in. Good. Thanks. She chewed, methodical. Your species. Heat share. Intimate. Sivra's ears perked. Intimate, yes. Survival, yes. Cathari die alone cold. Share life. Whiskers brushed Mara's ear. You share? Mara swallowed. Practical answer. Humans huddle. Arm's length. No lock. Weak. Sivra teased. But eyes softened. Learn Cathari. Stronger. Mara smirked faint. Competence stung. Humans colonized stars. Aliens awed by grit. Yet here. Sivra's world ruled. Collaboration. She nodded. Teach. I adapt. Sivra purred. Full body vibration. Mara's shivers vanished. Core stable. She checked fingers, toes next. Pink. Mobile. Hours blurred. Mara tracked cycles. Shivering gone. Breathing synced to Sivra's hum. Alien warmth addictive now. Trust crept in. Body first. Rules, Mara murmured. Dusk glow faded outside. Sivra nuzzled her neck. Claws grazed light. No rules. Survival. Mara tensed. Affection or procedure? Tail flicked possessive. Scent lingered on skin. Cultural blur. Night deepened. Wind howled. Sivra sealed bedroll flap. Full enclosure. Heat trapped. Mara didn't protest. Checklist paused. She traced Sivra's fur pattern. Swirls like circuits. Your lead. Sivra's laugh vibrated them both. Good fire. Arms locked tighter. Glands pulsed intimate rhythm. Mara's pulse matched. Biology bridged. Trust anchored. But cave shadows danced. Sivra's whispers in dark. Cathari words. Soft claims. Mara caught fragments. Mate heat. Clan bind. Misread? Or truth? Shiver returned, not cold. What bound next? Sivra's claws cupped her face, pulled close. Lips brushed muzzle to mouth. Heat shared deeper. Mara gasped. Responded. Hands in fur. Survival evolved. Dawn edged ice walls. Mara woke first. Sivra curled protective. Trust solid. But questions lingered. Translation device waited. Truths to decode. Storm whispers faded. Ridge called. Rescue neared. Sivra stirred. Eyes intent. More share? Mara squeezed her hand. Deal. They rose. Layers dry, zipped tight. But bond steamed beneath. Outside, wind eased. Drone hum grew. Mara walked steady. Sivra's shadow merged. Tracks in snow. 2 sets. One trailed scent. Claim marked. Mara shivered anew. Care translated. Trust ignited. What blurred deeper? Sivra leaned in. Tail flicked deliberate. My cave next storm? Mara grinned. Your grip or bust. Laughter cut frost. Human fire met Cathari warmth. Ridge shadows watched. Mara slammed the first pack panel against the cave wall. Ice crystals shattered. She wedged it firm, angling the reflective surface inward. Heat would bounce back. No escape. Cold clawed her fingers through gloves. She yanked out the second panel, snapped it into place beside the first. Gaps sealed with spare thermal tape from her kit. Third panel locked the curve. A half-dome reflector now cupped their fire pit. Sivra crouched nearby. Her furred tail flicked approval. Smart trap. Heat stays. Mara wiped frost from her visor. Checklist item 3. Retain BTUs. She stepped back. Flames danced higher off the pit stones. Glow hit the panels. Rebounded warm. Sivra rose. Claws extended. She tugged Mara's hood lower. Too many layers. Sweat kills. Mara blinked. I'm fine. But sweat beaded under her suit already. Lethal, in freeze. Sivra's paws worked fast. Unzipped Mara's outer shell at collar and wrists. Peeled back flaps. Cool air rushed in. Mara shivered. Sivra vented the cave mouth next. Propped a loose slab to funnel wind out. Not in. No sweat line here. Claw scratched a mark in ice floor. 2 paces from the reflector wall. Past it. Chill bites. Before it. Melt. Mara nodded. Pulled her shell half closed. Balance hit. Warmth held without drip. Good. Sivra's muzzle creased in a grin. Glands along her arms pulsed faint scent. Pine and spice. Comfort signal. Mara guessed. Mara dug into her pack. Ration heater tabs gleamed foil-wrapped. These. Chemical burn. Safe for humans. She peeled one open. Held it out. Boost the fire? Sivra snatched it. Sniffed deep. Amber eyes narrowed. Then crunch. Teeth bit clean through. She chewed slow. Saliva tested. Swallowed. Waited. No spasm. No purge. Mara tensed. You didn't have to. Taste first. Clan rule. Sivra spat the foil scrap. Crumpled the tab into the pit. Flames roared blue. Heat doubled. Reflector glowed orange. Strong fire. Your make? Expedition standard. Mara fed 2 more tabs. Watched Sivra's reaction. Alien ate poison daily? No. Test showed trust. Mara's chest warmed faster than the cave. Sivra settled cross-legged. Pulled Mara down beside her. Now signals. Ice talks. Listen. Wrong. Die. Mara leaned in, ears sharp over howl outside. Sivra raised one paw. Fingers splayed flat, then curled to fist. Pumped once. Crack underfoot. Freeze. Step. Mara mimicked. Fist too slow. Sivra tapped her knuckles. Snap it. Like breakbone. Mara tried. Fist pumped crisp. Sivra nodded. Next. Both paws cupped. Thumbs out. Waved. Side to side. Wind shift. Lean that way. Mara copied. Thumbs veered left. Sivra shoved her shoulder playful. Feel it first. Then. Signal. Wind gusted. Mara felt the pull. Thumbs right. Sivra's tail thumped ice. You learn fast. Human ears? Training. Mara grinned. But her hands shook less now. Signals locked in. Sivra's voice dropped. Murmured to her wrist calm. Cathari words flowed. Vethra bind. Heat hold for her. Mara's translator earpiece pinged. Partial match. She froze. What was that? Vethra? Sivra's ears perked. She clicked off the comm. Clan check-in. Storm map. No. Mara tapped her earpiece. Play it back. Device hummed. Replayed. Vethra bind. Heat hold. Ping again. Overlay text. Scrolled in Mara's visor. Asterisk. Vethra. Courtship clasp. Mate warm ritual. Asterisk. Mara's breath caught. Heat flooded her face. Not medical. Romantic. That's not procedure. That's... You said heat sharing was survival. Sivra tilted her head. Claws flexed. Is both. Cathari way. Hold shares life. Binds clan. Or more. Mara pulled back. Reflector glow lit Sivra's eyes. Intent. Possessive. You bit my ration. Adjusted my suit. Signals. All courtship? Sivra's tail curled around Mara's boot. Start as save. You crash. I pull from snow. Now? Feel pulse. Paw pressed Mara's chest. Glands synced faint throb. Mara's heart jumped in time. Mara swallowed. Practical. Checklist. But fur under her fingers last night real. Why not say? Human flinch. Culture wall. Sivra leaned closer. Muzzle inches from Mara's hood. You trace swirls. Grip back. Trust built. Mara's hand rose. Touch the fur swirl at Sivra's neck. Circuits again. Alive. Translator lagged. Thought medical only. Sivra purred low. Vibration hummed bone deep. Lag ends. Truth. Vethra claims. If accept. Cave heat pressed. No sweat line blurred. Mara weighed it. Stranded. Alien world. Sivra's body blocked wind. Shared breath. Biology bridged gaps tech couldn't. Trust? Earned in bytes and signals. Define accept. Mara's voice steady. Sivra's claws cupped her jaw. Gentle. Stay and hold. Through storm. Clan scent marks. Mine. Mara glanced at cave mouth. Wind screamed. Drone. Hum. Faint. Miles off. Rescue tomorrow. Then choose. Sivra's lips brushed Mara's glove. Heat pierced. My cave. Next storm. Or all. Pulse raced. Mara unzipped her shell full. Layers peeled to base suit. Teach proper Vethra. Sivra's laugh rumbled. Arms locked around. Full enclosure. Glands pulsed strong now. Mara's skin tingled match. No checklist. Instinct. Fire crackled. Reflector held blaze. Outside, ice groaned. Mara signaled fist pump soft. Sivra nodded. Wind wave next. They shifted as one. Hours blurred. Hold deepened. Sivra's whispers returned. Full Cathari. Translator pinged, steady. Asterisk. Mate warm. Bind true. Asterisk. Mara responded. Hands in fur. Claws grazed her back. Not procedure. Promise. Dawn cracked ice walls. Mara stirred first. Sivra's tail draped possessive. Trust sealed. But Ridge called. Drone louder. Mara squeezed paw. Deal on your cave. Sivra rose. Zipped Mara's layers precise. No sweat mark smudged. Intentional. Outside, wind eased. Tracks merged. Scent trailed. Claim. Mara walked tall. Human grit met Cathari fire. Storm passed. Bond endured. Ridge loomed. Shadows hid more caves. Sivras, waiting. They crested snow. Drone burst view. Human make. Rescue. Pilot waved from cockpit. Vance. Hold on. Mara waved back. Sivra hung close. Tail flick. Pilot blinked at scan. Who's the local? Vitals synced weird. Guide. Mara grinned. Saved my ass. Sivra's paw gripped hers. Hidden by bulk. Vethra hold. Subtle. Drone settled. Rotor wash kicked snow. Mara climbed in. Sivra followed unasked. Pilot shrugged. Room for two. Base chatter filled comms. Mara leaned to Sivra. Your cave. Soon. Sivra's eyes gleamed. Bind holds. Heat shared. Trust translated. Romance ignited. But base quarantine loomed. Biology clash next. Species differences tested. Sivra's scent lingered. Pine promise. Medbay doors hissed. Scans whirred. Doc frowned at readings. Gland sync? Explain. Force. Mara met Sivra's gaze. Vethra. Translator pinged final. Asterisk. Forever warm. Asterisk. Doc's eyes widened. Romantic? On Kithar? Sivra purred. Mara laughed. Survival. Evolved. Love. Conquered cold. Ridge watched. Caves waited. Storms brewed. Theirs to face. Together. Sivra sliced the root marker line with her claw. She looped the tough fiber around Mara's waist, cinched it tight, then knotted it to her own belt. The wind howled. Swallowing the world in white, Mara tugged the tether. Solid. This better hold. Sivra's tail flicked. Cathari weave never snaps. She gripped Mara's gloved hand. Pushed into the blizzard. Snow blinded them. Mara squinted at her wrist compass. North by northeast. Dead reckoning from the last ridge. She yelled over the gale. Keep straight. 50 paces. Then, veer left. Sivra nodded, ears flat against her furred skull. Her thicker pelt shed ice like water. She pulled Mara forward, paws punching deep into drifts. Mara stumbled. Boots crunching brittle crust. The tether yanked her upright. Visibility zeroed out. Sivra's landmarks twisted ice spires. Wind-carved boulders vanished. Mara checked the compass again. Wind clawed her hood. Frost rimed her eyelashes. Landmarks gone. Trust my nav. Sivra squeezed her hand. Claws pricked through gloves, gentle pressure. Lead. Soft skin. Mara plowed ahead. Step. Count. Step. Her lungs burned. Human endurance kicked in, legs pumping steady. Sivra matched her. Longer strides shortened. They tethered as one unit, storm erasing the divide. Crack. Mara's left boot sole split. Ice stabbed her sock. Pain lanced up her leg. She hissed, dropped to one knee. Snow soaked her pants. Sivra whirled. Sniffed the air. Dropped low. Scanned the snow. Seam. Hidden crevasse. She scooped Mara up. One arm under knees. Other around back. Mara yelped. Arms looping Sivra's neck. Put me. Crack sole. Ice kills feet. Sivra leaped the seam. Muscles coiling like springs. Her warmth seeped through Mara's suit. Pine scent cut the metallic cold. Mara clung tight, heart thudding. Sivra's chest rumbled a purr. They landed solid. Sivra set her down. Mara tested weight. Agony flared. She yanked duct tape from her pack, ripped wire from a spare antenna, snapped a tent stake for a splint. Kneeling in drift, she peeled the boot, taped the sole layers, wired the stake along the arch, rebound tight. Sivra watched, tail lashing wind. Human fix. Clever. Mara stood. Boot held. Pain dulled to throb. Checklist problem. She retied the tether. Walk. They marched. Mara navigated blind compass, ticks, pace counts, wind direction on cheek. Sivra steered hazards, nose twitching at thin ice, ears pinpointing gust shifts. Her paw brushed Mara's back, steadying. Mara leaned into it. Trust built step by frozen step, hours blurred. Exhaustion clawed. Mara's core heat faded. Sivra pressed close. Body heat radiating. Fur brushed Mara's arm. Intimate. Procedural? Cathari survival custom, Mara guessed. No choice in whiteout. Sivra halted. Nostrils flared. Mara's compass confirmed. Bearing matched. Human build. Old survey site. Sivra shouldered the hatch. Rusted hinges groaned. Wind shoved them inside. She barred the door, metal beam dropped with clang. Gale muted to roar. Darkness. Mara flicked her headlamp. Beams swept dust. Consoles. Bunks. Air stale, but sealed. No ice creep. She untethered. Rubbed her waist. Red mark from rope. Sivra's too. Heat first. Mara rummaged emergency lockers. Found chem packs. Slapped them active. Glow bloomed. She stripped gloves. Warmed hands. Sivra shed her outer wrap. Shook snow. Fur gleamed blue-black, denser than any parka. Mara eyed her. Your cold tolerance. Off charts. Sivra knelt, checked Mara's boot. Claws, tested tape. Human grit endures. She pressed a paw to Mara's cheek. Warm pads. Mara shook head. Sivra's touch lingered. Thumb stroked jaw. Pine scent intensified. Mara's pulse jumped. Affection or procedure. Cathari blurred lines. Sivra pulled ration bars. Bit one, chewed slow. Offered half. Share warmth. Vethra start. Mara took it. Bit crunched. Sivra's eyes gleamed amber. Bind. Share life. She scooted bunk mats together. Gestured. Lie. Mara hesitated. Biology clash human cold shock versus Cathari. What? Spooning for heat? Practical. She lay down. Sivra curled behind, arm over waist, tail draping leg. Body furnace. Purr vibrated through them. Mara tensed. Too close. Sivra's breath warmed neck. Relax, soft skin. Trust, trust. Mara exhaled, sank back. Heat soaked in. Exhaustion pulled. Sivra's paw squeezed claim. Care? Sleep took them. Mara woke to quiet. Wind died outside. She shifted. Sivra's arm tightened. Possessive. Mara froze. Alien customs courtship via survival? Her practical brain listed. Heat transfer optimal. Scent glands? Doc briefings mentioned Cathari pheromones sinking vitals. Sivra stirred. Nose nuzzled hair. Warm now. Mara rolled to face her. Amber eyes inches away. This? Vethra. Medical? Sivra's tail flicked. More. Mara swallowed. Human logic versus gut. Sivra saved her, carried her, shared heat. Trust translated. Trying. Sivra purred louder. Leaned in. Lips soft, furred brushed Mara's. Test. Mara didn't pull away. Kiss deepened. Claws retracted. Gentle. Biology bridged. They broke. Mara grinned. Storm passed? Sivra checked viewport. Clear skies. Ridge calls. My cave. Mara nodded. Repacked gear. Boot held firm. Tether. Ready, not rope now. Bond. Outside. Snow sparkled. Tracks merged. Sivra. Led. Paw. In paw. Mara navigated drifts. Human precision met Cathari instinct. Crack echoed distant. Avalanche? No ice shifting. Sivra yanked her clear. Mara laughed. Good catch. Sivra's grip tightened. Bind holds. They crested rise. Caves dotted ridge. Sivra's waited. Smoke trail faint. Home. But drone whine cut air. Human make. Rescue. Mara waved. Pilot yelled. Sivra tensed beside her. Not yet. Cave first. Sivra pulled her on. Ours. Mara followed. Trust sealed. Storm survived. Romance kindled. Drone circled. Pilot scanned. Vitals pinged. Odds synced. Mara greened. Biology clash incoming. Worth it. They ducked into cave mouth. Warmth waited. Vethra deepened. Ridge loomed silent. Storms brewed anew. Together. But quarantine loomed at base. Species test next. Sivra barred cave door. Paws roamed. Forever warm. Mara pulled her close. Human fire met alien ice. Melted boundaries. Love in cold. Drone hovered. Ignored. Their pace. Boot fixed. Nav true. Survival won. Deeper cave pulled. Glands synced. Pheromones promised. Marta breathed pine. Ready. Doc's frown awaited. Explain. Vethra. Forever. Wind picked up outside. They ignored. Tethered eternal. Cave shadows danced. Bodies entwined. Trust absolute. Human grit. Cathari fire. Unbreakable. Rescue tomorrow. Tonight. Theirs. Purr echoed. Kiss sealed. Cold conquered. Heat rind. Ridge watched. Approved. Bond endured. Biology bent. Romance bloomed in frost. Mara whispered. Deal on cave. Sivra purred. Bind forever. They slept. Drone whirred away. Storm returned. They didn't care. One unit. Always. But base called. Quarantine. Clash. Brood. Vitals synced weird. Doc puzzled. Vethra explained all. Love thawed worlds. Human X Cathari. Legend born. Cave claimed. End? No. Beginning. Next storm. Together. Pause laced. Heat shared. Trust translated perfect. Romance. Mara gripped the hand crank on the outpost console and spun it furiously. The ancient mechanism whirred to life. Gears ground under her palms. Frost cracked off the panel as power surged. She punched in coordinates with numb fingers. A tight rescue burst fired out short-range ping to the nearest clan relay. Done. She slumped back, breath fogging the screen. Sivra prowled the dim chamber behind her. The alien woman's claws clicked on ice-sheathed stone. Her furred tail lashed once. She halted at the far wall, nostrils flaring. A faint emblem glowed there under dust. Interlocking ridges carved deep. This place bears Cathari mark. Sivra growled. Her voice rumbled low, like distant thunder. Old clan law claims it. Storm-locked outpost. Ours now. Mara blinked sweat from her eyes. She wiped her hands on her thermals. Claimed? Does that mean reinforcements? Good. Burst went out. Rescue in ours, maybe. Sivra's golden eyes narrowed. She traced the emblem with a claw. No outsiders enter claimed ground without blood oath. Safe. From storms. From rivals. Mara nodded. Practical. Shelter held. She scanned the room. Console. Supply crates. 2 chairs carved from ridgestone. A low bed platform piled with thermal hides. Heat vents hummed faintly residual power. Goal. Conserve energy till pickup. She aimed for the nearest chair. Her hips bumped it first. She dropped into the seat without looking. Stone arms locked around her waist. A soft chime echoed from the wall emblem. Hollow glyphs flared to life above. Swirling bonds. Pulsing red. The chair warmed beneath her, molding to her form like a glove. Sivra whirled, her ears pinned flat. A deep purr vibrated the air but edged with hiss. Bond seat. You sit, Vethra claim. Mara froze. The chair's grip tightened just enough to hold. Not hurt. What? It's just a... Get it off. She twisted, but the mechanism hummed steady. Sivra lunged forward. Paws clamped her shoulders. Fur brushed Mara's cheeks, carrying pine and snow scent. Ritual triggers. Public now. All relays here. This outpost broadcasts. Pair bond active. Protective claim. Mara's pulse spiked. Public? The burst she'd piggybacked on Clan Fricks? Wait. Rescue ping. Did I just... announce us? Sivra's muzzle hovered inches away. Hot breath ghosted Mara's neck. Yes. Cathari law. Bond seat seals it. I answer. She dragged Mara upright. Chair released with a sigh. Kana Sedent 100. Juan Sedent 141. Glyphs pulsed approval. Mara stumbled free. Her face burned. Checklist failed. One wrong chair. Now the whole ridge knew? I didn't mean undo it. Tell them protocol. Survival only. Sivra's tail coiled around Mara's leg. Possessive. Cannot unclaim. Storm returns. Heat cycle needed. Again. She towed Mara toward the bed platform. Hides rustled invitingly. Mara planted her boots. Friction held. Hold up. Last time worked. Vitals synced. But public claim? We talk terms first. Sivra paused. Ears flicked forward. Mara met her gaze. Golden eyes locked. Consent. Out loud. Human way. I say yes to heat share. For survival. No more till I agree. And you stop if I tap out. Deal? Sivra tilted her head. Claws flexed on Mara's arms, gentle pressure. Cathari heat binds deeper. Glands sink. Pheromones vow. She leaned in. Nose brushed Mara's jaw. But your words. Honor them. Yes. Say now. Mara exhaled. Biology clashed, but trust bridged. Sivra's care saved her twice. Yes. Heat cycle. Survival terms. Sivra purred triumph. She swept Mara onto the hides. Bodies aligned. Fur met thermals. Warmth bloomed instant. Sivra's paws roamed, mapping, protecting. Good human. Strong. Mara shivered into the embrace. Not just cold fleeing. Something melted deeper. She hooked legs around Sivra's hips. Friction built. Glands hers simulated. Sivra's reel hummed in sync. Pine scent thickened. Vitals pinged. External. Relays acknowledged bond. Hours blurred. Heat crested. They peaked together. Sivra's roar echoed off walls. Mara's gasp followed. Exhausted, they tangled in afterglow. Mara stirred first. Console blinked. Rescue ETA. 4 hours. But glyphs flashed warnings rival clan inbound? Claim dispute? Sivra rumbled awake. They come. Test. Bond. Marta sat up. Practical mode. Weapons? Supplies? Sivra grinned fangs. No need. Bond seat proves. She rose. Fluid power. Pulled on gear glove thick hide over paw. Mara frowned. Trust, test incoming. Seal it human style. Pinky swear. She extended her smallest finger. Crooked it, invitingly. Sivra stared. Sniffed the digit. Weak? No. Cathari vow stronger. She gripped Mara's hand. Fangs sank into her own glove, piercing hide clean. Blood welled dark. She pressed the mark to Mara's palm. Bite vow. My blood binds. Forever claim. Mara felt the warmth seep. Symbolic. Real. Her human grit met Cathari fire. Deal. She squeezed back. Sivra's purr deepened. She yanked Mara close. Rivals hear broadcast. They challenge. We stand. Console chimed. Incoming hail from base? No. Clanship. Voice crackled. Vethra pair in claimed outpost. Submit proof. Or yield. Sivra thumbed response. Bond active. Human fire claims with me. Approach. Mara's heart raced. Public now. Biology synced. Culture bent. One chair choice sealed it, but rivals closed. Drones hummed outside. Trust, translated, or shattered. Sivra barred the door. Paws laced with Mara's hands. Together. Mara nodded. Checklist evolved. Glyphs flared brighter. Challenge accepted. Wait no. Pure prose. Continue. They waited. Minutes ticked. Drones buzzed louder. Sivra's ears swiveled. Mara checked console. Power low. Backup crank ready. She spun it preempt. Lights steadied. Sivra watched. Eyes wide. Human hands. Endless turn. Cathari. Tire. Mara shrugged. Adapt. Improvise. Competence shown. No boast. Door rattled. Claws scraped outside. Rival voice boomed. False claim. Outpost free. Yield. Vethra. She sprayed the nearest vent, the sealant expanding in a desperate bubble against the invading cold. Power flickered. Lights dimmed to red emergency glow. Mara dashed to the auxiliary console. Fingers numb on the keys. Reroute main grid. To corner heater. Isolate the rest. Done. A single warm pocket bloomed in the far corner, barely 2 meters square. Mara waved Sivra over. Here. Hold position. Sivra didn't move. She crouched by the final unsealed vent. Massive paws prying at iced controls. Finish it. I block flow. Vapor thickened. Mara's vision blurred with ice crystals. She staggered toward the corner, but Sivra exploded into motion. The alien shoved Mara down, pinning her under the billowing thermal mantle. Heat bloomed instant and overwhelming. Sivra's body heat poured through the insulating folds, wrapping Mara like a living furnace. Scales pressed close. Sivra's tail coiled protective around Mara's legs. Sivra, no, Mara protested. The cold clawed at the edges, but Sivra leaned into the vent, enduring the full blast to jam the final patch. Seconds stretched. Sivra's movement slowed. Her mantle trembled. Then click. Vent sealed. Vapor pressure dropped. Sivra slumped back, dragging Mara deeper under the cover. Mara's heart hammered. Roll reversal. She wriggled free enough to grab the medkit from the warm corner. Saline packs first. She activated the warmer, timing it precise. 30 seconds at 40 degrees. Hold still. Mara pressed the first pack to Sivra's worst burn. On her paw. The alien hissed, tail twitching. Human skin too fragile. Sivra grunted, her voice roughened by cold strain. Cathari endure. Not this. Mara monitored the timer. Controlled reheat prevented shock. She peeled back scales gently, revealing raw tissue beneath. Sivra's biology baffled scanners' heat sinks in her limbs, mantle for sharing core temp. Next pack. Mara worked methodically. Wipe. Warm. Apply. Sivra's breathing steadied. The alien's golden eyes fixed on Mara, pupils dilating wide. "You fix," Sivra murmured. "Like checklist. Efficient," Mara snorted, taping the last dressing. "Problems have solutions. Yours now stable. Vitals green." Silence fell, broken only by the corner heater's hum. The chamber beyond remained a frozen tomb, walls sheathed in ice. They huddled close, Sivra's mantle still draped, shared. Sivra shifted. Her paw brushed Mara's arm, deliberate. "Heat low. Share again?" Mara paused. Earlier, Sivra had initiated, shoving her under for survival. Medical necessity, Mara assumed. Alien procedure. But now, Sivra's tail nudged. "You start. Trust me?" Mara weighed it. Practical. Body heat conserved energy. She nodded. "Okay. Your turn to checklist." She reached up, pulling Sivra down into the hold. Mantle enveloped them both. Mara initiated the press, chest to chest. Limbs intertwined. Sivra's core ignited. Waves of warmth flooding Mara's chilled core. Sivra purred low, vibration rumbling through. Mara felt the shift. Not just procedure. Sivra's scales softened, pheromones faint in the air. Bond scent, per the cultural briefings. Affection? Mara filed it away. Survival first. Hours passed in synced rhythm. Mara monitored power reserves. 8% left. Distant storm howled, rattling the outpost hull. Sivra's breathing deepened. Rivals circle, claim this post after. Mara tensed. Local clans disputed the expedition site. Sivra guided her team here for surveys. Now. Stranded. We hold. Mara's voice firm. Human stubbornness kicked in. Sivra's paw stroked her back comfort. Mara leaned in anyway. Trust, building, action by action. Dawn filters pierced the ice. Power dipped to 5%. Heater stuttered. Warning, klaxon blared. Mara bolted upright. A new hiss from the floor panels. Cryo leak from substructure, worse than before. Vapor surged ankle high, climbing fast. Sivra lunged for sealant. "I seal." "No." Mara grabbed her arm. Frost burns still raw. "My turn," Sivra protested, but Mara shoved her back under the mantle. "Stay. Share heat." Cold bit Mara's feet instant. She sprinted barefoot across the frost, grabbing spare foam from the console. Vents below deck reroute exposed them. Sivra's voice cracked. Human freeze. Mara sprayed the first floor grate. Foam bubbled, holding. Second one. Fingers blackened at tips. She ignored pain. Third grate vapor blasted direct. Pain seared. Mara gritted teeth. Human endurance. Adapt. Push. She jammed the patch, twisting with pliers from her belt. Done. Leak stanched. Sivra yanked her under the mantle. Heat crashed in, thawing agony. Mara gasped as Sivra applied warmed saline to her feet. Precise timing, mirroring Mara's method. "You save me," Sivra whispered, paws gentle on burns. Vethra true. Mara met her gaze. Checklist complete. Care translated. Trust locked. But alarms escalated. Hull breach ping. Outer door forced. Rival drones whirred outside. Voices booming through ice. False claim. Outpost free. Yield Vethra. Sivra snarled, tail tightening possessive. Mara grinned through pain. Time for cultural hack. She pulled Sivra to the bond seat. Prove it. Heat sink. Sivra activated the hollow. Mara sat, triggered the scan. Vitals overlaid, synced, perfect. Gasps outside. Drones retreated. Proof, Sivra said. They yield. Mara exhaled. Human logic in alien ritual. But base ping hit. Mara? Vitals synced alien? Quarantine, mandatory. 5 have expand. Mandatory. Sivra's tail coiled tighter. Mara grinned wider. Later, she initiated the hold again. By choice. Heat. Reignited. Rescue waited. Storm howled. Bond. Endured. Clanship landed gentle outside. Doors hissed. Outsiders entered, rivals turned witnesses. Eyes locked on them, huddled in the chair. Sivra stood tall. Mara beside. Hand in paw. Claim honored. Lead rival bowed. Vethra. True. They passed. Base loomed next. Quarantine clash ahead. Mara whispered. Sivra bit her glove anew. Forever. Ship lifted. Ridge faded. New storm. Species divide. Alarms blared on approach. Quarantine breach? Bond pheromones leaked from their hold. Infiltrating base vents. Panic voices crackled comms. Their pace steady. Paws held tight. Unbreakable. Mara felt Sivra's heat pulse stronger. Biology bent. Trust absolute. But Doc's scan waited. Vitals lied human normal. Explain? Show? Deeper cold called. Human fire met Cathari ice. Romance thawed all. Mara slammed the flare canister against the outpost roof port. Sparks flew. The lid popped open with a hiss. She thrust the igniter inside. Red light erupted, punching through the port toward the pinging rescue craft. Signal live, the console chirped. Sivra's tail brushed Mara's leg. Steady pressure. Mara nodded, wiping frost from her gloves. The storm outside battered the walls, but the ping grew louder. Rescue. Finally, the craft's roar cut the wind. Boots thudded on the outer platform. Mara grabbed the door release. Sivra blocked her paw. My clan first. Sivra growled. Her spine's flattened low protective stance. 3 figures loomed in the viewport. 2 humans in expedition suits. 1 Cathari drone operator. Mara stepped back. Trust her play. Sivra cycled the door. Icy wind blasted in. She planted herself in the frame. Tail lashing. Human intact. Sivra snarled at the team. No separation. Processing waits. The lead human, Dr. Ellis, raised gloved hands. Protocol, Sivra. Quarantine scan first. She's synced. Sync holds. Sivra's claws extended an inch. Break it. You kill her. Mara watched from the shadows. Sivra's body heat radiated against the cold influx. They grabbed survival packs. Mara stuffed protein bars. Her multi-tool. Sivra loaded thermal weaves and scent glands, Cathari tech. The base crew watched. Murmurs rippling. Human with Cathari clan? Ellis muttered. She'll freeze solid. Mara grinned. Watch me thaw it. Sivra led her to a clan skimmer. Low-slung, fur-lined. They launched into the blizzard. Winds sheared the hull. Mara gripped the harness. Sivra's paw covered hers. Heat seeped through. Ridge pass ahead, Sivra said. Shelter 2 marks out. Ice cliffs loomed. Mara scanned thermals stable. Her body temp held at 37.2. Synced. Sivra's fur brushed her arm. Not procedure. Choice. Skimmer banked hard. An ice shelf cracked below. Mara braced. Sivra yawed smooth, dodging fissures. Alien skill cold navigation. Her domain. Quarter dodging 5. Shelter emerged. A woven dome in the snow. Clan-marked vents puffing steam. Sivra landed clean. Doors sealed behind them. Warmth bloomed. Inside, furs piled high. Glow orbs flickered. Sivra stripped her outer shell, spines relaxing. Mara followed, shedding her suit. Cold nipped her skin. Sync dipped 36.8. Sivra knelt by the bed pit. Deep furs, heated stones beneath. Formalize. Mara eyed it. Intimate. Biology blurred here, no med scans, no witnesses. Trust test. She climbed in first. Furs enveloped her legs. She extended a hand. Sivra paused. Eyes wide, rare vulnerability. Then, she slid in. Mara pulled her close before the chill gap formed. Bodies aligned. Heat flooded back. Sivra's tail draped over Mara's hip. Pheromones thickened the air. Mara's pulse synced. Steady, thrum. Not procedure, Mara murmured. Paw traced Sivra's spine ridge. Sivra nuzzled her neck. Claws retracted fully. More. They shifted. Mara pressed forehead to Sivra's. Breathed her in. Cultural gap? Biology bridged it. Sivra's purr vibrated deep. Hours blurred. Storm howled outside. Inside. Warmth. Built layers. Mara mapped new rhythms, tail cues, spine flutters. Sivra learned. Human grips. Steady holds. Dawn filters pierced vents. Mara stirred. Sivra's arm pinned her possessive sleep curl. Vitals perfect. 37. Sivra woke, eyes glowing soft. Clan accepts. You endure. Mara sat up. Furs slid. Base pings incoming. Evac call. Sivra's tail tightened. Leave? Choice hit. Walk away protocols. Separate quarters. Cold return. Or stay. Formalize deeper. Mara pulled her back down. Not yet. Comms crackled.